Jumping into hunting can be a fun experience with all the different animals you can hunt, or it could be a complete nightmare trying to figure out all the gear and what to do first. Welcome back to the channel all about being bad at life skilling. My name's Teddy, and with all the new updates to Black Desert over the years, jumping into hunting can be a long process. Well, today I'm going to show you how easy it is to get started with leveling hunting as a new player, or if hunting gear is too hard to craft. Hunting is a great way to get all the ingredients for cooking your alchemy, or just the materials needed to craft, but most importantly, the whole reason why you want to level hunting, the money. From Balanos all the way to the land of the morning light, hunting is one of the best ways to earn money in life skilling in Black Desert. In a nutshell, hunting is done by equipping a matchlock or sniper rifle, shooting an animal once the reticle is red, and butchering it for valuable loot. We're able to dodge out of the way, crouch to shoot further and reload faster, use a special Black Spirit Rage attack that fires a large AoE attack on multiple targets, and lastly, we can reload with the R or whatever button you use for the controller. As simple as it may be, there are a couple things that are important when it comes to matchlock hunting. First, the hunting level controls the matchlock you can use, like the master matchlock, and how many shots you can take, with Guru 1 unlocking a 4th shot. Next, we have Hunting Mastery. This is what really controls the items collected when butchering, excluding the blue whale, cow, humpback whale, and the freshwater crocs. The higher your mastery, the more meat, blood, and hide is gathered, with higher chances at gathering trophies or the rare drops like Kafirs or black gem fragments. Mastery also controls the matchlock you can equip, with 50 mastery needed for the sniper rifle to 400 mastery needed for the artisan matchlock. The combat stats play a huge role in matchlock hunting too, just like with mastery. The higher the attack speed, the faster you can shoot, more critical chance, more critical damage, back attack, evasion, and even damage reduction are all important to ensuring you stay alive longer. But knowing about hunting isn't enough. You're here to find out how to start leveling to eventually make billions a week on hunting alone. Knowing where to go and what to hunt can be extremely confusing, being a new player and all. To help out with that, Prolobis has added an easy-to-do quest line that unlocks more hunting dailies, not to mention a hunting section in the progression pass to chip away at. To start this quest line, it's as simple as opening your quest log and hitting the suggested tab. This has the Dreaming of the Best Hunt quest line if you scroll down. This quest line will give out a beginner's matchlock to start out with and a simple butcher knife to help learn hunting while you progress through the quest line. And I just wanted to make a quick point. All of these quests will take you around to areas like the Balanos Islands, the Balanos Mountains south of Olivia, north past Port Etheria, and all the way down to Kama Sylvia. Completing these quests are required for unlocking some of the hunting dailies found in the Tracks of the Hunter section in the recurring tab of your quest log. These are great for getting extra experience, not to mention the contribution points. Much like the main hunting quest line, this will also take you around to all the different hunting locations. While you complete the quest, we also have the Hunting Guru quests that provide huge amounts of hunting experience, but will require certain hunting levels to be reached before the quest can be unlocked. These can be found in the Suggested tab and scrolling down to the Hunting Guru section. Scrolling over the quest will let you know what level you need to have hunting and which quest has to be unlocked first. Like stated before, the progression pass helps completing the hunting dailies that are unlocked with the hunting quest line. This is extremely helpful early on with rewarding the event beginner's matchlock that does plus 2,100 hunting damage, unlike the normal beginner's matchlock that does 750 hunting damage, the Epheria's cog for sailing around the islands, and an item brand stone for reducing the durability loss and repair cost of your matchlock for completing 4, 8, and 12 objectives. Both the hunting dailies and progression pass will take you around to the other hunting zones added in the game, which I highly suggest checking out all the quests and exploring around the different areas. Not only do these take you around the world hunting, but also provides a lot of money, experience, and useful items needed for hunting. The only zones not covered are the sniper hunting zones in Balanos Plains here, and the wildlife reserve here in the land of the morning light. These aren't great spots for experience and will require slightly different gear than the matchlock hunting. Liana has a weekly hunting quest that can be completed for more hunting experience and gives the materials to make the Secret Book of Florin. She also has hunting daily quests for Narcion, Amasylvia, and the Mountain of Eternal Winter. These can be completed for more hunting experience and a hunting buff. For those who hate questing and just want to power level their hunting, I recommend getting started with the Giant Elk boar, and bear south of Olivia here in the Balanos Mountains, before moving on to the wolf and giant wolves here north of Port Euphoria. These are perfect for the hunting experience they give and are best at power leveling hunting at the lower levels, but the wolves can be a little harder to kill early on, so be careful. Narcion is another great spot for players level 56 or higher. Hunting the grass rhinos has the best experience for hunting and can be used to hit Guru in no time. The downside to the huge experience though is the gear needed to hunt out here, and you have to be a higher level. But if that's still not fast enough, we can still use the Wild Spark hunting byproduct. These reward 30 hunting experience and 900 contribution experience, which when starting out is huge. These can be used to easily level up to artisan hunting with ease, but comes with one downside. Obtaining Wild Spark can only be done with 250 hunting mastery or higher, which means if you're leveling hunting for the first time, this is not going to be the best option for you. But if you're getting a hunting alt setup and have a ton of Wild Spark laying around, using this is a no-brainer. Now that you're out there hunting and completing your quest, let's talk about the gear and the options you might have as a new player. Even before worrying about the clothes, the Matchlock is the first item on the list with being rewarded at the start of the hunting quest line. This is going to be an okay option with having 750 hunting damage at base and plus 2100 hunting damage at plus 10 when enhancing with the weapon Blackstone, or like mentioned before, the progression pass will give an event beginner's Matchlock, which is the same as a plus 10 Matchlock but cannot be enhanced. A plus 5 professional Matchlock is given out during the main hunting quest line for completing Let's Begin the Hunt quest. This is going to be the only Matchlock needed until hitting Artisan or the next Matchlock, but can be enhanced to plus 10 or plus 3600 hunting damage. Finally, once you hit Artisan, we can get the Artisan Matchlock. For a while, this is going to be the best Matchlock until needing to spend a couple $100 million for a Master Matchlock or crafting one later on. Starting out, the Artisan Matchlock comes with plus 1350 hunting damage and plus 4050 damage at plus 10 when enhancing with the weapon Blackstone. For those who don't want to wait for a free Matchlock, any of the Matchlocks can be made using a tool workshop. The level 1 workshop has the beginners and apprentice, the level 2 has a skilled and professional, and the level 3 has the better artisan and the best in slot master Matchlock. Now we can move on to the hunter clothes we can use. For all of this, the Logia's hunter's clothes is the best option with how easy they are to get and can be worn at any level. These have 6 DP and is able to keep you alive a little bit longer while giving you hunting mastery. These can be bought for 1 mil at either Camilla Logia here at Logia Farm or Zarya here at Velia. The Logia hunter's clothes can be enhanced using black gems found while hunting up to plus 15 and will need concentrated black gems to enhance up to pry or higher, with try being the best if you can get lucky. But be careful though. Enhancing mastery clothes has a fixed enhancing rate, they can't be cronstone, and past duo will drop the enhancement level when failing, but these can be repaired using a base Logia hunter's clothes or a memory fragment. Sticking with the Logia hunter's clothes, we have the matching accessories. These provide plus 1% life experience per piece, life mastery, more weight on the belt, and plus 2% life experience for wearing the whole set. These can be bought from Camilla Logia and Zarya too. While the accessories can be enhanced using normal black gems and have a fixed rate like the clothes, no cronstones can be used, and both will break when failing, so be careful when trying to enhance. An Honor TARDIS, Akum, Dobert, or Ronald costume is given out for completing the main story quest and give plus 2 to both attack and casting speed. And the Hunter clothes made into a costume. This has a plus 10 meter discoverability radius and has negative 50%, though this will require a tailoring coupon. Clothing aside, let's talk about the tools needed. Besides needing the Matchlock, in order to butcher the animal once it's dead requires a butcher's knife. These are extremely easy to get. Yeah, any tool can be used, but starting out with no gathering, it can be a little harder with not having skilled 5 gathering. This will change with hunting being a great way to level gathering on the side, but if you're still not high enough to use a magic or lucky tool, there are still 2 options as a beginner. First, we have the tool workshop. These provide all the tools needed from the lower white grade that only needs beginner gathering to the better yellow grade shining steel tools that need skilled 5. All these tools will only increase the gathering speed, but workers will have a chance to proc a lucky tool that gives plus 80% gathering item drop rate. Magic tools will give the same stats, but can only be obtained during the expert adventure. Demi-Her tools are the only tools on the list that cannot be bought or crafted, but instead are rewarded in the progression pass, during events, and from the loyalty shop each week. These are geared more for leveling gathering, and in my opinion are the better option to choose if you can. I suggest avoiding mastery tools if you don't have any gathering mastery or a gathering set made up already. It's a huge silver investment to enhance and is a waste to do only for hunting. Magic and lucky tools are the sweet spot when focusing only on hunting. All these tools, minus the demi-heart, can be bought off the central market too if it's not too expensive, and none of these can be repaired, so make sure you have some ready just in case. Another piece of gear to grab is the Kafra Book of Nature, which gives plus 10 life experience. This can only be done by completing the Kafra Adventure Journal, and if you still haven't gotten yours, I have an easy guide for unlocking yours in the description down below. Alchemy Stones can really boost hunting from giving more stats to kill to the experience earned. Normally for life skilling, we'd use a life alchemy stone, but while hunting, we can use both a life and destruction stone at the same time. This opens a lot of great stones, but starting out, the options are limited. The first stone we can get, and in my opinion, one of the best ones we can have in the game, is the Trance Tier. After completing a questline from Foghair, we're given this nice life alchemy stone that gives plus 30% life experience while active. This stone is perfect for power leveling with all that experience, and just in case the durability hits 0, the Trance Tier can be repaired using Mystical Spirit Powder. Next, we have the Destruction Spirit Stone. This stone can be popped alongside the Trance Tier and provides plus 6 to all AP, plus 8 to all accuracy, and plus 4% to both attack and casting speed. These are easy to get from mob grinding the zones in Kama Sylvia, but cannot be repaired. These, however, can be grinded down to make the Mystical Spirit Powder needed to repair the Trance Tier. If you have the money, destruction stones can also be bought off the central market too. With the addition of the artifacts and lightstone combinations, we have a ton of options with what we can run out with, and much like alchemy stones, these can range from combat to life skilling only stats. Adding the right artifact and combination for you could mean less buff items when leveling too. All the hunting artifacts are pretty easy to get as long as you have good luck, but can only be done while hunting. The normal artifacts can also be used, which are found while doing any type of life skilling. The hunting experience artifact gives plus 5% hunting experience per artifact, with the normal experience having plus 3%, while the hunting mastery artifact gives plus 10 hunting mastery per artifact and the normal mastery gives plus 7. The combinations, however, are a little harder with just how much the iridescent lightstone can cost, but a great option for those who are just starting out is the Eye of the Hawk lightstone combination. It's going to be the easiest and cheapest to make. This lightstone combination gives plus 8% hunting experience and only requires 4 trap lore lightstones, which can be found doing any life skill or can be bought off the central market relatively cheap. Now for the dreaded crystals. These can be extremely expensive at times, and with just how risky it is to lose one, just trying to go out and buy a 400 mil life crystal is not going to be an easy thing. But there are a couple crystal options you can get without breaking the bank. Using 2 to 4 Gervish crystals is great for the plus 1 crit hit, plus 1 movement speed, and plus 75 to weight limit. These can be found in the Bloodwolf settlement or can be bought off the central market. The next step up is the Hans crystal, and finally the ultimate Gervish crystal. Easier crystals can be made using alchemy, such as the 2 magic crystal of infinity special evasion that gives plus 10 special attack evasion rate, which is great for defense. 2 magic crystal affinity energy gives plus 10 energy each. And lastly, 2 magic crystal infinity back attack will provide plus 10 extra back attack damage per crystal. With how easy these are to craft, find, or buy off the central market if you die, these are a great choice if you're still learning how to hunt. Fairies are a great addition to hunting. From the experience you can earn to being able to survive longer, how you might ask? A couple skills are needed to make sure hunting is a smooth process but isn't required to hunt. The first skill to take a look at is the continuous care skill. This skill lets us auto-use buff food, elixirs, and other items. The higher the skill, the more items that can be used, up to 16. Miraculous Cheer is another great skill that can help with hunting. With this skill, our fairy can auto-use any potion or mana potion, like the Infinite Potion or Infinite Mana Potion that can be found while grinding around the respected treasure mob grind zone. Much like the last skill, the higher the tier, the better, with the fairy auto using a potion every 3 seconds at the highest tier. For those who don't have a lot of weight, If you get lucky with your fairy skills, the Feathery Steps is a perfect skill, reducing the weight penalty up to 125% at the highest tier. There are some pets that are a must for any hunting, both leveling or just trying to make money. The first set of pets are the hedgehog and the llama pets. These have increased gathering item drop rate, which has a 30% chance to proc at tier 1 to double the amount of items gathered, which includes hunting. At tier 4, the chance of this happening is increased to 50%. Not only can these two pets increase the amount of meat gathered, but also come with 1% life experience per tier. Both pets can be used at the same time for the life experience, but only one of the talents will be active and won't stack. Another choice of pets are the durability pets. These come with plus 1% durability reduction rate per tier, allowing for the Matchlocks to last longer. While not coming with any life experience, you could get lucky and roll the plus 5 hunting experience skill. All the other life skill pets are great with having the plus 1 life experience and also have a chance at getting the hunting skill. The life skill and durability pets can be bought off the Pearl Shop, or some can be found in the Central Market. Unfortunately, the hedgehog and llama can only be bought in the Pearl Shop or earned from the seasonal pass sometimes. You are given 3 pets from the companion quest section in your suggested quest tab. The progression pass will also direct you to them. And lastly, we are given out some during events and for login rewards too. For all that, we can finally start going down the buffs we can use for hunting. You can't talk about life skilling without the value pack, Kama's Blessing, and the Secret Book of the Old Moon. These buffs are pay to win, but can be earned during rewards. From increased life experience all the way to increased energy recovery, these buffs will help out power leveling, but aren't required and can be a little expensive having to spend real money. So if you still don't have any one of these buffs, you could still hunt without them. And let me know down in the comments if you guys bother with the value pack, Kama's Blessing, or the Secret Book of the Old Moon. I know how much these can cost every month, and it could be expensive trying to buy them every month without having them given out during events. Now on to the other buffs. For hunters, I personally suggest using the Exquisite Kron's Meal since it gives us plus 8 to all AP, plus 15 accuracy, plus 2 to attack and casting speed, plus 2 to movement, plus 2 crit hit, plus 15 evasion, plus 150 max HP, plus 200 stamina, plus 5% back attack, plus 5% crit hit, plus 4% all resistance, and lastly, plus 4 to ignore all resistance. Man, that's a lot. But this meal will last 120 minutes and can either be made using cooking or can be bought off the Central Market. The Seafood Kron's Meal can also be used instead, giving plus 10% life experience, plus 2 gathering, plus 2 movement speed, plus 100 to the weight limit, and lastly plus 25 to all mastery. This meal can also be made using cooking or can be bought off the Central Market. Next we have the elixirs and the more optional perfumes. I like using the Perfume of Swiftness for plus 200 weight limit, plus 20 life experience, and lastly plus 5 to both movement and gathering. These are a little harder to come by or expensive, but can be made using alchemy, given out during events, and can be bought off the Central Market. The Spirit Perfume has an easier alchemy recipe, but is good for the plus 300 max HP and plus 5 critical hit rate. These can also be made or bought off the Central Market. The Vidir Draft is a great option for the plus 20 life experience and plus 200 weight limit. These can be made using alchemy too, given out during events, or can be bought off the Central Market. But if you're struggling to stay alive, we have a whole elixir cocktail you can make or buy. First, we have the Elixir Flowing Wind, which will add plus 3 attack speed. Next is the Elixir Flowing Time for plus 15% life experience. And lastly, we have the Elixir of Strong Shock, which adds plus 3 crit rate. All 3 of these can easily be made with alchemy like stated, bought off the Central Market, and can all be used with one another just like the Alchemy Stones. The Secret Book of Florn is perfect for providing plus 100 to all life mastery and life experience. Getting these can be done from completing any weekly Liana quest or during events. Speaking of Liana, she also has a Hunter's Dawn buff that gives plus 15% hunting experience, plus 2 to attack speed, movement speed, and crit hit for 30 minutes after completing one of the hunting dailies. Using the Gia Van Grolen support scroll does the same as the Secret Book of Florn, but can only be obtained during events or season graduation. This gives plus 100 to all life mastery and the same plus 100% life experience. Another great item to use is the Mercenary Life Scrolls that give plus 50% life experience and plus 100 150% when 3 are combined. 1 can be obtained every day when logging in. The Book of Life is equal to an uncombined mercenary scroll, but lasts for however many days the title says. The book can only be obtained through events and can be a little harder to get. Using the Villa buff, Turning Gate has a +1 energy recovery. Much like the Book of Life, other event items can be used to increase the amount of experience earned, but can be a little harder to come by, so I suggest saving any items you do get for long hunting sessions. With all the buffs, gear, and knowing where to hunt, I hope this helps you get started leveling your hunting to guru or making millions selling the materials butchered. Even though hunting can be an easy thing to do, getting started can be a little daunting with just how the prices of the better hunting gear can be, like a Manos hunters or higher. Just trying to jump out to any zone will not work and can result in so many deaths. But after knowing what to do and being properly geared, hunting can be a breeze. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, share this around.